Oh, hey there. What's up, guys? Dre with Overland Tundras, and welcome back to the channel. We are back. We did take a little break, but we are back in action. And today we have our 2022 Tundra. We're going to be bringing some more videos of the new Tundras. We have some awesome friends, good friends, building some really cool Tundras. So we're going to talk about the 10 things that we love about this beautiful thing. There's a lot of them, but we're going to stick to 10 of them. So let's get started. So starting from the top with number 10, bed lighting. Bed lighting is essential as campers, overlanders, whatever you want to call it. At night, when you're in the middle of the woods, you want to have some light. And we do a lot of different things. We put rock lights, we find all different kind of lights to put back there. But being that this truck has three lights, it has two on the sides of the walls of the bed, and then it has one on the top. And they are pure white, beautiful light that light everything up. So as soon as you touch the tailgate or unlock it, the lights come on. So huge plus. Again, one of the top things that we really like about this truck. And then moving on, cameras. There's so many cameras on this truck. So in the front, there's one. Each mirror, there's another one. There's one on each mirror. And then in the back, on top of the cab, there's two. And then on the tailgate, there's another one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cameras. And the beautiful thing about it is that in the past, I don't know if you guys ever saw, but in the previous Tundras, they said while you're driving, if you put it in reverse, that you will be able to see the rear view camera. I was always scared to do that because I know it was an electronic transmission and whatnot, but it's freaked me out that something would happen. But on this one, let me show you real quick right here. You hit view and then boom, you get your camera of the tailgate. Beautiful camera, super clear, awesome. So that's a huge plus. And when you are towing, you can also access the rear camera on the tailgate so you can see your hitch. Something that is always on your mind. How's that hitch when you're towing? Oh, I heard a noise, I heard something knock. Hopefully that is, everything's okay back there. Now, once you connect your 7-pin, it recognizes there's a trailer there and you can engage that camera. So beautiful thing. So let's keep on moving. We're gonna go to number 8. Number 8 is gonna be the seats. I love these seats. They're super comfortable. They're a little stiff. I've had some feedback that people say they're too stiff, but honestly, I don't know if it's me that I'm getting older, but I'm loving these seats. They're easy to clean. I love the soft technology that they put into the leather. It's not really a leather, but it's more of a sport leather, and it's easy to clean. The pattern is cool. It's kind of like a camo. The black, again, it hasn't faded. It doesn't crease. It just works well. So definitely love that. That is a huge plus, and it just makes the truck look so nice and kind of a little rustic and tough per se. All right, number 7, this is one of my favorites, the wide armrest. Look at this. I can put my whole arm right here. And it's great. Long travels, I usually drive one hand like this. It just feels good to have this big platform here. And for you dog lovers, that's a good platform for your dog or your bird. If you drive with your bird, whatever it may be, it's a nice platform right there. So definitely a huge plus on the new Tundras, and I'm not sure any other truck that has a wide one like that, but if you do know one, comment below and let me know what other truck has a nice platform armrest right there. All right, number 6, we're gonna go through these as quick as possible so it doesn't become a super long video. Number 6 is gonna be our button over here. This is our rear window button. In the previous Tundras, it was all down here by the knees. So if you needed your passenger, someone needed to put that window down and someone wasn't here in the driver's seat, it was kind of tough. Even my wife, the kids were like, all right, let me get out of the car, get in there. Over here on the new ones, it's just up here. Just hit the button, easy, beautiful. Makes life so much easier for everyone in the car. I know it's a small detail, but once you're driving the truck and for a while, you learn these little small things that makes life a lot easier for you and people in the truck with you. So let's keep moving on. So the rear view mirror, I love this thing. I know a lot of the trucks have them, but they are the interactive display LED rear view mirrors where it turns the camera on, and it's just, the quality is great. It's actually super wide, so I like that because I can see a lot back there. And I tend to only use this one now because it's so wide and I can see so much of it. And you know, you have your three car garage, remote open, or whatever you want to call it, the buttons to open your garage. So it does have for 3 bays, which is great. And again, it's just so awesome to have that there. At night it works great. The cameras, they did well with the cameras where at night the night vision or the sensor that they used on it works well. So definitely a huge plus on Toyota. Thank you for those. That's a really good one for driving and parking and backing up. All right, moving on to number 4. So this one is myself, of course, and my wife. The power and acceleration on this truck is amazing. It is, again, everyone knows, is the V6 twin turbo. Turbos are smaller, but again, those are great for just getting up and going really quick. And I was surprised because I actually was towing about a 30-foot camper, one of my friend's 30-foot camper, and you could feel the camper there, but the power was still there, acceleration was still there. So it really surprised me how much power this truck has, even for the V6 and being a heavy truck, a full-size truck. But that is a huge one because my wife actually has, her previous car was a Lexus, an LX 570, and it was a big V8, but it was a little on the slower side. It would get up and go, but being in a truck and having a lot more power ready to go, it was really surprising for her. When we first decided to get this truck for her, she said, you know what, I don't know if I want a truck, because I want something that drives a little bit more compact. And that is exactly what she said after driving this truck for a while. It almost feels like a truck, like a car, which was surprising. Great turning radius, but that power and acceleration, getting on the highway, on-ramp, it was a game changer for her. So let's move on to number 3, technology. Oh, just look at this dash. Look at everything here. There's so much technology, so many buttons. There's just a lot going on, which is great. One of the things that a lot of people are really liking is the cruise control. Cruise control, they almost kind of did it like Tesla, where you put it on cruise control, the radar cameras are reading everything, and it kind of takes its life of its own, keeping the truck in the center, making sure you don't get too close to a car, and even stopping on its own if it detects that you're going too fast and there's an object. It even displays the speed limit on the dash, stop signs, or small things like that appear in front of you. And it's just great. There's, again, cameras. There's so many buttons here. There's so many little things that you wouldn't expect the Tundras to have, especially after the last generation. But there's a lot of things that I haven't even messed with, like the backing up with the trailer. I really haven't played with that much. So if you guys have played with it and there's an easy way to use it, let me know. I did push the button once when I had the boat, and I just didn't have the patience with it at the boat ramp. So I just kind of ignored it just to see how it was going. But yeah, there's just so much technology into this truck, so many sensors. I actually had a guy look at the truck and he says there is about, I think it was 64 computers on this truck, and they all need to get calibrated periodically. I don't remember exactly the time, but he says if your windshield ever cracks or if it gets replaced, if it ever gets replaced, you need to have it recalibrated, all the sensors and cameras along that area of the windshield. If you ever get in a fender bender, you have to make sure that you get everything recalibrated so the car drives straight when you activate that cruise control. So there is a lot of technology there that we're not going to go into detail because that could be a whole video on its own. But moving on, because we're almost at our number 1. Number 2 is going to be the steering wheel. I touched a little bit on that with with the technology, but just the feel of it is great. It feels great. It's heated as well, which my wife loves, because during the winter in Florida, we don't get a heavy winter, but it's one of those things. She turns the seat heaters on, steering wheel heater on, and it just feels good on your hands. When you're driving long distance, you know, you can grab it in different places, and it just feels good everywhere. The material, I believe it might be also that soft tech leather, sport leather. And then all the buttons feel good as well. And all the buttons feel really good as well. You know, they don't feel cheap. Everything moves. It feels firm. It just feels great. And even when the cruise control takes over, let me see if I can engage it real quick. There we go. You can kind of see it does its own thing. And you have to hold on to it or start beeping at you, but it just, again, it feels good. It's very firm. It feels like you're almost driving a sports car, to be honest with you. All right, had a little technical difficulty there with the camera. It is time for our number one thing, which is our screen, our Infotainment Center. And it is beautiful, it's big, it's great, it does everything you need it to do. I believe it's 14.5 inches if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a closer look. And I know on the camera, it's gonna be flickering just because of the technology, the way it works, refresh rates and whatnot. But anyways, let's take a quick look over here. So maps are amazing. So I'm in real estate, and what I love about this thing is sometimes you go into those neighborhoods that there is 300 turns and there's only one street in and out, and by the time you get to the back of the neighborhood, you don't remember which left and right you took. So the screen is so big, and the map is almost completely on there for those neighborhoods, so it works well. You don't get lost. You can kind of see where your exit is at. So what else do we have here? We have our Apple Play plugged in, so all your apps will somewhat work. Most of all our apps work. We have Waze on there, we have music, we have messages, Pandora, you can have Spotify, audiobooks, you have your calendar. So it's great. All the technology there's cool. All the cameras, we talked about that a little bit. The cameras are great on there. All different kind of formats. When you go into 4x4, go into 4 low, turn the locker on, all the off-road cameras turn on. You get your pitch, your roll. There is just so much to it that we love. You have all your Toyota. If you have the app, there's a subscription there where you can turn the truck on. So part of the technology and this screen, there's so many integrations in there, and we could do a different video or a separate video just touching bases on those, because there's just so much technology on there. But yeah, one of the cool things that we like, number one, is gonna be your maps. You have Google Maps, you have Apple Maps, you have Waze, all different kind of maps on there, which is, it's great. And then what else? What else do we have on here that we should share with you guys? You can split the screen. Yeah, you can split your screen here. You can share, you can see your messages, whatever music you're playing. Yeah, just a lot of cool things on there. You can adjust everything. You have satellite radio, of course, phone calls. You have Siri. You know, you say, hey Siri, and let's see, oh, it's not my phone, but oh, there it goes, yeah. You can talk to Siri and request anything. But yeah, guys, these are some of the things that we really like about this Infotainment Center. But in general, we're super happy with this truck. My wife drives it on a daily basis, puts a lot more miles on it than I do, but she is totally in love with it. She was against getting a truck for herself, but she really liked it. You know, coming from big SUVs, Escalades, Lexus, a couple of those different SUVs, she actually really likes it. Loves having the bed space. Maybe we need to get a cover for the back just for those rainy days. But in general, we both love this truck. We take it on every trip, and there's not much that we dislike, but we will be doing a video of the top 10 things that we dislike or hate, because every car has its pros and cons. So we will do that video next at another time. And let me know what you guys think of the truck. Those of you that may have had it longer, put more miles on it, what your top 10 things that you love, if they're any different, what they are, and love to hear back the feedback from you guys. And if you guys have any other ideas that you want to do, that you want us to do videos of, the trucks, off-roading, cooking, or anything like that, please let us know. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you on the next one. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, and again, catch you guys on the next one.